Wallace Community College's Health Sciences Simulation Clinic is back in action. The Sim Clinic runs from October 14th through the 18th, all to teach first graders. News 4's Lily O'Brien is on campus now, where kids were smiling and exploring simulation to simulation. Lily, we're told hundreds of students will be going to the clinic over the next couple of days.
Kinsley, that's right. An estimated 600 area first graders from 8 different elementary schools are coming together for this clinic. The clinic covers things like hygiene, personal safety, nutrition, medical care, and more.
Most fun part for the kids is just getting to be loud indoors. They like squealing inside. You were able to hear some of that earlier.
From letting air out before traveling through breathing tubes to dancing under a limbo pole for some anatomy trivia, these first graders experienced a variety of different areas of healthcare. Each simulation has a different activity. Kids experienced emergency services and healthcare.
Children at that age are so influential.
But the goal goes beyond inspiring the upcoming generation of doctors.
And when they are in this environment and they see that healthcare is not scary, because for so many kids, what their experiences with healthcare have many times been scary.
Jennifer Godwin is part of the associate degree nursing faculty. She notices some kids walk into the clinic already wanting to be doctors and nurses.
Well, there's also those children that come through and say, absolutely, I'm not being a nurse, I don't like that. And so it gives us the opportunity to reiterate to them that there are other opportunities at Wallace Community College and not just health sciences.
Students were guided through each skit with superheroes who, in almost every scenario, saved the day. Even if Batman wasn't knocking on every door with a grandma in need of an x-ray, staff made every scenario fun. But the real superheroes are the ones without the bright-colored suits and ability to fly.
Healthcare, police officers, emergency medical services, they are not scary people, and they are always there to help.
The fun continues until Friday, and as each student walks in and out of the front doors, Godwin hopes they will leave this workshop and sim clinic, knowing that they are empowered and safe with whatever they choose. In Dothan, I'm Lily O'Brien, your hometown news leader.
Looks like a fun time for these students. Lily O'Brien, thank you for that report.